Hey everyone, welcome back to the next episode of Let's Discuss Pokemon Characters. And for today's special, we're going over one of the most well-liked characters in all of Pokemon. We're doing Brock. Right before we do the Let's Discuss Pokemon Characters episode, I got something for you guys that I want to announce. I actually have a Twitch channel now, and I have begun Twitch streaming, and if you want to see what is on my Twitch channel, then come by and join in on stream. I'll be streaming this afternoon, and can't wait to see you all there. Now back to Let's Discuss Pokemon Characters. Alright, so let's get into Brock's voice actors, and for the American voice actors, Brock was voiced by Bill Rogers in the mainline series, and then he was voiced by Eric Stewart during the movies. And then over in Japan, Brock is known as Takeshi, and he is voiced by someone named Yuji Ueda, if I'm saying that right. Alright, right before we dive into Brock's character, we will talk about his nefarious simpiness over Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny. It's kind of funny watching when you first watch Pokemon and you come across like Brock amongst the journeys from like Kanto all the way to like Sinnoh and then so forth. And basically, we can all laugh at the fact that Brock is like a hopeless romantic and that any beautiful girl he sees, he'll like just rush to her aid and will just say some weird romantic like poetic like saying right before getting his ear pulled by Misty, Max, or just getting jabbed by Croagunk. I think that's what makes Pokemon a little much great, because you got that one simp character in the anime, and then we have the other character just stopping them from being them, and honestly, I like that. Alright, getting into Brock's character, so Brock is like a best friend character mainly to Ash and Misty, so maybe he can be passing as the confidant type of character, but also is the type of character that's like a sage, because he can be wise a bit. But that kind of counteracts with a bit of his simpiness, but we're not here to talk about his simpiness. We're here to talk about his main character in the series, and Brock. So we know he is one of the gym leaders in the Pokemon world, and he still has this role in many Pokemon medias, including the games. And also, he had his brother run, one of his other siblings run the Pewter City gym, just like Misty did with the Cerulean gym. She had one of her sisters run it. And I'll discuss one of the things about Brock that Pokemon thought about him. Anyway, so before the Orange Island series, there was a bit of fear running amongst the Pokemon Company because they thought Brock's look made him look like a racist stereotype, and when the Orange Island series begun, they decided to cut him out when they aired a certain episode where he stays with the professor and is replaced by a character named Tracy Sketchit, who no one knows about. Anyways, in the Orange Island series, Brock was not forever gone though, per se, even though he was replaced by Tracy, but he wasn't fully replaced and permanently. It was only temporarily. And basically, Brock showed up back and towards near the end of the Orange Islands series, and then back in the anime he was again, because people really wanted him back. I just don't think a lot of audiences really liked Tracy, because they thought like he was like a Brock imposter. Anyways, so during the Orange Islands, he was brought back near the end, so basically Brock was back from basically wherever he was from. And then he came back for Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. And then his last debut not last, but second to last debut was in Sun and Moon. Then the final cameo he has were in Pokemon Journeys and Aim to be Pokemon Master. Out of the multiple companions that Ash has had over the years, Brock, I feel like, had the most screen time, if I must say, because he appeared in so many series. And basically a lot of the series are very long, like 3 to 4 seasons long, if I must say. And basically, there's no one in the Pokemon world who knows who Brock is, not even escaping the one and only infamous Jelly Donut joke. I will note this, that Brock has become many things throughout the whole entire series. Back when he first started out his journey in Kanto with Along Ashen, Misty, he became interested in Pokemon breeding and wanted to be a breeder. And then somewhere down the lines, he wanted to be a Pokemon doctor. I think that was in Diamond and Pearl, if I believe right. And then from there, he was that. He became a Pokemon doctor when he was reunited with Ash and Dawn and met Go for the first time in the Arceus Chronicles. He was a Pokemon doctor. Overall, on Let's Discuss Pokemon characters, I really like Brock because he's a cool character, even if he can be like a bit too much. And I feel like that's what may count as a downside, but if anything, his upsides do make good for it because he is like that one character like you definitely know you can rely on and trust, despite being the hopeless romantic he is. If anything, Brock is a good character, and wherever he is now, I hope he's doing great. And that is it for today's video, everyone. And if you liked the Let's Discuss Pokemon series, then make sure to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video by me. Also, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and now I am available on Twitch, believe it or not. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, everyone!